Happy Friday, everybody. So I know the topic sounds like I'm gonna be mad, right? I just thought about it. I'm like, as soon as I wrote that, I'm like, people are gonna think I'm pissed off, like something just got stolen. Did you guys see that? I said, so I want to talk about let's talk about getting your stuff stolen. So this means either, oh, thanks for inviting people. Oh, you did? I didn't see it, Kristen. Oh, cool! Yay! Thank you. Actually, it's so funny, Tavia. I did see some new followers today. Excited to hear my take. Oh, now I don't know if I'm like repeating what you said, but just happened to the other day. So a friend of mine. I don't want to say who it is because then I'll give away some other things that I'm not allowed to talk about. So anyways, I'll just say a friend of mine texted me that I should Periscope about this because we were talking about her project and how to like not get things stolen. Needs to be talked about all the time. So Kristen, like, what was your topic? And this is kind of off the cuff for me anyways, but what were you talking about being stolen? So I've been in business for a little while. Hey, there's lots of people here. Cool. So I've been in business for a little while, and I've had things stolen. I've had things stolen. I've had more things stolen from my clients, I think, than even for me. Or maybe it's because I'm not even really looking to see if people are stealing. But I've had like copies stolen, and I've had people... Yeah, so copy that's stolen from the site all the time, and so have my clients, yeah. So I've had copy. If you guys know copyspace.com, you can kind of check out and see. I had somebody steal my copy that was like in like Africa or something, and they took it down, so it was no big deal. But I've had people steal my name. I've had to go after people for using trademark infringements, so that wasn't fun. But yeah, and I've had people steal my designs, so that was definitely not fun. But that was more like on the client side because my client went after them, and then they were like, hey, look, they're stealing your stuff, back me up. And so I've done that before too. Copy Space. Is that it? Is that what it's called? I totally just out of my memory, I'm thinking, but I'm pretty sure it's copyspace.com. Let me double check. Oh, Copyscape. Okay. Yeah. I had a feeling that wasn't right. Copyscape. Yeah, sorry, not Copyspace. Copyspace is a German print company. Okay, sorry, Copyscape. Taking the ponytail, thanks. Or no, Copyscape, right? No, sorry guys. I should have looked. I didn't even look this up before I got on here. Is it Copyscape? I'm just double checking to make sure. Anyways, Copyscape will scan. Yeah, it's Copyscape. So like escape, but Copyscape. COPYSCAPE.com. Anyways, Copyscape will like scan your site, and then it'll kind of like scan the rest of the web for that exact wording, so you can find other people that have stolen your copy. I know Google does something like that. I forget what it's called, but there's Google will do something where it scans or searches the web for your images, and if people are copying your images, it lets you know too. So there's another one like that. I forget what that one's called. You guys, I'm not prepared. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know what anything's called, but using it depresses me because I lose faith in humanity every time. Seriously, like I haven't done it in a while. I should do it. When I get off the scope, I'm gonna check it out. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about if there is any ways to protect yourself. Is there anything you should do? Should you freak out about it? Like, and honestly, like it's a very personal thing, and I think it depends on like the level. I mean, it's all of that, right? Anytime you like have to lawyer up, which has happened to me, it's happened to clients, like all kinds of stuff, it's no fun. It literally gives you stomach aches and like stress and headaches and oh my gosh, like all the bads all the bad stuff when people do this to you. It feels so horrible when it happens to you. But you know, it depends on, like I said, it depends on what's happening. If someone's copying me over, overseas, like this lady in Africa was copying, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll ask her to take it down. Worst case scenario, she's not really hurting my business, I'm not going to go after it. But I've had people, a lot of people I know, and even clients have people like rip off their actual products. And that's kind of what I wanted to give you a couple pointers on that, on what you can do. And so, and especially like in the website space, there's a few things you can do to kind of get people, sort of like talk them out of it. But I feel like at this day and age, there's almost nothing that can't be ripped off, like, right? Because at the worst case scenario, people can do a screenshot of an image or something like that. So there's really not any way to totally go out of your way to get people not copy, but there are some things you can do. And so one cool thing is you can put in a plugin on your site that won't allow people to right click or select. So basically when they hit the button to right click to try to copy and paste something, they can't. It won't let them. Sometimes I've actually had clients like put like a warning, like a little bubble pop-up, and say, you know, this is all rights reserved. This is copyrighted. You need that. Yeah. We can talk about that. But you could even just Google it. Google plugin for no right click or something like that. You guys, my resources are really bad today. It's Friday. I hope you forgive me. I have that on my profile site. Yeah, so you can do that. Or you can just make it just not be able to right click at all, and there's no pop-up. But it's kind of fun to do a little pop-up and have and like kind of scare people off, you know, and say that it's copyright protected. Of course, like there's there's times when you have content like a PDF, if you're sending out like a PDF of info for like your pricing or some stuff like that. Yay, thanks for sharing and inviting people. Love Molly's. If you are, if you're like just distributing something, right? You can put a password on your PDF, which will definitely cut down the amount of people who are going to try to pass it on. I mean, like, that's the thing too. Even if you have a membership site or something where you log in, someone could share their login, right? So there's just always ways around it. Like, you know, people that develop fonts, people that develop on Etsy, like have digital downloads, people can share them that way. But honestly, like, the thing that I've learned about trademarks, copyright, all that good stuff, is that your strength of your trademark and your strength of your copyright is only as good as you are willing to defend it. And so if you can you can pay for a trademark. I've had plenty. I've done a bunch in my business day. But if you pay for it, that's one thing, but no one's going to defend it for you. So like, just because you file a trademark doesn't mean someone's not going to go out there and copy, and, you know, even patents, right? If you don't defend it, it's basically like you didn't have it at all, because there's no police, right? There's no like copyright police, there's no trademark police that are going to fight it for you. So the burden of proof is on you. So you will have to go out and consistently be looking. You have to back it up and spend the time to go after people. Sucks, but true. Yeah. So, like I said, the strength of your copyright is only as strong as you're willing to go, as long as you're willing to fight it. And so that's kind of why I said in the beginning, you know, is it worth it or not? It's kind of like those pros and cons. Are they stealing money out of your pocket? If that's the case, or if people are getting confused thinking that their brand's yours or something, yes, like definitely 1000% go after them. But if it's just someone over there, you just pick your battles and go, whatever, it really doesn't bother me. And honestly, like, it's really not that hard to send a cease and desist. A cease and desist to people. So it's not super hard to do that. Honestly, a lot of people think it has to be from a lawyer, and it doesn't. Of course, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take any legal advice from me. But I've sent like just simple email cease and desist that worked. So you can, bigger ones, I always have like my lawyer send it through like the company letterhead. My lawyer is actually she's a friend of mine, but she works for a big deal like law firm in Los Angeles, and so like when she sends stuff out, it scares people. But anyways, if it's just something little, I'll usually just send over an email and just say, give them the benefit of the doubt, kill them with kindness, just be like, hey, I'm sure you didn't know, but blah 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 blah, or it's okay, I totally understand, but just take it down or whatever. But sometimes people, they want a war, they get real, so it goes there. But anyways, it happens to all of us. Don't let it totally discourage you from putting anything out there, because that's definitely no way to live your life. Kind of like thinking, well, what's the point? People are just going to come and steal it. But there's something I remember. There was a quote from McDonald's, Ray Kroc, the dude that created McDonald's, and he said I can't even remember what it was. You guys, I'm so bad right now, but it was something like basically that What is it, you guys? I can't believe I'm blanking on this. It's something about them stealing. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on Periscope. You guys, sorry. Basically, he said like that they can't copy fast enough. Like by the time that they copy us, we're already going to be on to the next thing and doing way better than they're going to be doing. We'll always be one step ahead of people that are copying. Oh my gosh, I wish I freaking could think of it. You guys, what is it? Do you guys know? Ray Kroc. I'm like Googling all over Periscope. Copying quote. You guys, it's Friday. You guys gotta forgive me. What is it, man? I don't know. I gotta find it. But it's something about like they can't copy fast enough or something, or stealing something. I don't know. You guys, I'm totally like, I'm so tired. I bet, yes, there's fur on my hair. I got up at 6 a.m. My daughter woke me up at 6, so my brain is like, I don't know. It's Friday. Yeah, there's a little it's actually getting really light, but, and I thought about dyeing it again, but, I kind of like it this color, so I don't really want to talk about it. Thanks. Yeah, what the heck was it? Something about they can't copy fast enough or steal fast enough or something. I don't know. You guys know what I mean, right? So basically his whole point was, that, you know, but like I said, by the time they copy it, by the time they're doing something, we're already on to the next thing. And because we're the ones that innovated it, and we're always like one step ahead of them. So that's the way to think about it. You don't think of it at 2 a.m. Seriously. No, as soon as I get out the scope, I'll be like, oh yeah, I can't even Google it. I don't even know it enough to Google it. That's so funny, you guys. And I totally said this quote 1,000 times. I'm just tired. I know what you're talking about. Just tweet it later. Yeah, you guys gotta help me find it. Are you guys Googling it? It's Ray Kroc. It's K-R-O-C. Anyways, or something that they can't copy it, steal fast enough. I don't know. I just, now it's just like a principle thing. I want to know it. But I freaking can't find it. Whatever. It's a really good quote. So anyways, this is totally like the worst Periscope ever, but I just wanted to, be kind of off the cuff and candid with you guys, and I just miss you guys. And I was thinking about this, and I got another email about it, about somebody copying something, and I was like, you know what, let's just talk about it. It's not the end of the world. It will happen, honestly. Like, I think anytime you're doing something awesome, people just want to kind of, once it's copyright or patent, it's free game. What do you mean? Because everything's kind of copyrighted. So actually, that's a good point of discussion. Competition can try to steal my plans and copy my style, but they can't read my mind. Yeah, totally. You know, they'll never be you. Especially like I said, they'll always be one step behind. I'll leave them a mile and a half behind. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's the quote. I'm like, oh, you're doing that's so awesome. I'm like, no, totally true. Like, totally agreeing with you. And you're saying that's the quote. That's funny. Gosh, but. Yeah, no one has original JoJo, so you don't own it unless you copyright. Well, okay, so with a copywriting, see, it didn't ring a bell. Yeah, I don't know. It was a shorter version, the one that I know of. It was a shorter version of that. So maybe he said it again. He tried finding it. Oh my gosh, I swear he said it. I had it actually in one of my classes that I taught. I talked about that quote because we talked about people copying and stuff like that. I just talked to my attorney about this on a Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, people are constantly copying, and Jennifer, I know you've had people copying you till kingdom come. So, but yeah, anytime you're doing something awesome, people are going to go, okay, I want a little piece of that pie. So I think it's about, you know, kind of just letting it go, moving on, deciding if it's worth fighting or not. And also honestly, just being always going with the next idea and kind of like keeping up with the future, right? Hardest part, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, you probably missed the beginning of the scope. I was talking about that a strength of a trademark is only as strong as you are willing to protect it. So, yeah, trademarks and copyrights don't mean anything if you're not going to actually go after people or like, you know, do cease and desist and stuff like that. So, it's important to do those things. Imitation's the best flattery. Nah, I don't know. I think imitation just makes people mad. I don't know if it really flatters anyone. Unless it's like, you know, if things are designed in the vein of something else, then I totally understand that. But straight up blatantly ripping off and stealing people's money out of their pockets, yeah, go think, yeah. No, totally. And I hear what you're saying about nothing being original. Like there's nothing new under the sun, that kind of whole idea. Sometimes I'll design stuff and I won't even know really where I got it from. And then later on someone will say, oh, that looks just like this. And I'll be like, oh, did I see that? I don't know. Like, because your brain is just, especially mine at least, I don't know if yours is too, but such a sponge, and we're just constantly soaking up information from everywhere, visual information. And so it's going to get repeated, of course. No, totally. But as long as it's your own and you mix it up and it's not a complete rip-off copy, like you didn't actually trace it and try to sell it. What is your phone right now? It's on a, what's it called? And it's not even a brand name. It's on a tripod, but it's not a brand name. Being inspired. Yeah, being inspired. Yeah, exactly. It's being inspired by and not copying. That's the difference. That's a big difference. Totally. Because I see websites all the time that I can totally tell were inspired by one of mine. And I'm like, cool. Like, you know, it actually is funny. Hey, Angela, how are you? It's actually funny. A client, not even a client, somebody that wants to be a client, I can sell it until, yeah. So, hey, so a client that contacted me about doing her site, I went and looked at her site and and she told me that someone else did it a few years ago, and I could totally tell that she basically sent that other designer like some site that I did, because it looked exactly like what I do, but not quite there. Of course, you know, we're always like, oh, that's not as good as mine. So it's funny because she was actually like looking to hire me, and she's like, you know what, I've been wanting to hire you forever. And now I can afford it. I can finally afford it, basically. And when I looked at her site, I was like, oh, she totally she sent some of my sites, I'm sure, because it looked just like something I would have designed. And I couldn't even like quite put my finger on which one, but you could just totally tell that person was trying to emulate my style, and that's totally like, who cares, right? Like, awesome. It's no big deal. So as long as it's like, but I have had clients where they literally rip off graphics and use the graphics that we created, so that sucks. But, and those are the times when we're like, nope, I don't think so. Actually, one of my clients had someone take a graphic from her site and try to sell it. Try to resell her graphic, like, from her site. Like, not even that she was selling. Like, it was just actually like a background graphic, and they tried to sell it. So, people are crazy. People be crazy. Can't do anything about it. It's Friday, whatever. People are crazy. So I will let you guys go. This is, like I said, the goofiest scope I've probably ever done. Out of, how many have I done now? I wonder if I can look. I don't think I can do it while I'm live, but I'm just kind of wondering. I think I'm like in the 170s maybe. So this is the goofiest one. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Happy Friday. You guys have an awesome weekend. And I don't know if this was helpful at all about talking about coffee. I don't know what's wrong. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to scope. I need to not be, like, no more sleepy scopes at the end of the day. Literally, I have 10 more minutes until I'm off. Crazy. Thanks for the info, even if it was a bit of a hot mess. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'll redo it. Maybe I'll redo it with actual notes. See, this is why I come on with notes. But I see other people just come on a Periscope and just kind of, you know, wing it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just try one. We'll have a conversation. And that's why I said, let's talk. I did say, let's talk. I didn't say like the 3 things, right? Find that quote. You guys I know, man. Are you really going to make me do that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait, I think I might have found it. You know what? I think I found it. And you know why I think I found it? Is because I found a link with, oh my gosh, you guys, I found it. It was on, when I looked up Ray Kroc copying, I found a blog post that I wrote. And it's on here. Okay, you guys ready? It better be good after all this, right? Okay, you guys, it's really good, I swear. I totally swear. Tell me if you guys think, give me hearts if this is a good one, okay? This was Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. He said, okay, I'm going to mess it up. We can invent faster than they can steal. Right? That was a good one, right? It was worth it. It was worth all the suspense. We can invent faster than they can steal. See, isn't that good? So it like gives you hope, right? Like we're the innovators, we're the originals. Like they can't steal it fast enough from us, right? Like we can invent faster than they can steal. Oh, love it, love it, love it. See, it was worth it. I'm so glad you guys reminded me to find it. Um, man, this is like just hot mess and a half. Yeah, I think I feel like I feel like I need some glasses of wine, Angela, but I feel like I already had some because my brain is lost. Anyways, you guys, so funny. I know, Angela. Yeah, Angela, you need a scope. Can I pass the scope to you, Angela? Saffron Avenue, at Saffron Avenue. I don't know if you're ready to scope, but you should be. You're like, you're like, no, Kathy, don't do that to me. Oh my gosh, see, look, everybody wants you to scope. I don't know. Not yet. All right. Well, you're getting called out to scope at least. Everybody follow Angela at Saffron Avenue. She's going to scope next. I don't know when you're going to scope, but you need to. Maybe tomorrow. Or next week, Monday, something like that. But anyways, yeah. So, it wasn't me. And actually, it's so funny because this blog post I'm looking at actually is talking about people stealing. I could tell you guys my bullet points on the blog post. So number 1, you will always be the genuine article. Number 2, worrying is a waste of your precious time. Number 3, rest easy knowing that they will ultimately fail. Boom! That's a good one, right? It's something I didn't think of, but copycats are gonna fail, right? Like what goes around comes around. They're gonna get it. And number 4, they can never be you. Right? So yeah, those see what happens when I'm not organized? I have some nuggets in there. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Actually, this is probably the funniest Periscope I've ever done. This is pretty funny. Turned out to be kind of a goofy one. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Have an awesome weekend. Next Saturday, I'm heading to Pensacola. Copycats and have no creativity. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're eventually going to fail. Can you imagine how, like, seriously, like, how annoying that would be to have to copy everything you do? That would be hard. Honestly, like, just going around, like, one step behind, just, like, that would be stressful. I would hate that. Like, just constantly, like, I hope they don't see, like, don't take me down. Like, gosh, that would suck. So I don't envy them at all. Yeah, it's a lot of work copying. I can't even imagine. Like, it would be so much easier to just come up with something original, in my opinion. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, so next weekend I'm going to Pensacola to Stationery Academy, and I'm freaked out because there's, like, tornadoes there right now, which I shouldn't laugh about because they're actually, like, been really scary. So I'm actually literally scared. I'll take an earthquake. I'm from California, so I'll take an earthquake any day over a tornado. I'm totally scared. But anyways, it's supposed to be okay, so hopefully the weather will be okay. But I'll see you guys next week. I have a lot of catching up to do and work and whatever. Actually, some of my projects are actually ahead of schedule, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so it was good to see you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful, lovely rest of your Friday and weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.